Are we recording? I hope so. I'm on here just to be like, yo, today is going very, very oddly. And I'm coming to you from like, she's not in a good mood already. All the rest is just unfortunate icing on the cake. So this morning I was supposed to get my eyebrows done. I have had this appointment booked for like a month and a half, maybe just a month. And how about I completely blanked on the fact that I was not supposed to be using any kind of exfoliating acids or retinols or anything for 2 weeks leading up to my appointment. Baby, for whatever forsaken reason, I have decided to be a complete G about my skincare routine. So I was up in the middle of the night, like, first of all, this started last night because I went on the artist's website to be like, dang, can I wear sunscreen or do I need to just show up with like a plain face or whatever? And I just remembered reading something about you're not supposed to be doing X, Y, Z, and then it was just like, oh my gosh, girl, I forgot. So I'm on Reddit, of all places, looking for people's stories. What did their artists say? Obviously, nobody's perfect. Is it okay? Like, what kind of problems could it cause if you don't stop using those kind of products or whatever? And I was coming up with stories on both ends of the spectrum, but largely it was like people saying, at minimum, stop using your acids and stuff 3 days before. Don't drink any caffeine 3 days before. And retinol was ranging from 2 weeks to a month. And I'm like, okay, this is sounding like I need to reschedule my appointment. So I end up sending the artist an email like, oh my gosh, call me whatever you want to call me, because I already feel like whatever you're going to call me for having to reschedule this appointment at the last minute. And it was like 9 o'clock at night or whatever. So I send the email and I'm just not sleeping well because I'm super anxious about what the artist is going to say, because I basically left the email like, yo, if I don't hear from you by like 8:30 this morning, I'm just gonna come anyways, because at the end of the day, the least I could do is to commute to your suite or your salon and have this conversation with you in person, because worst case scenario, you would have commuted there under the impression that I was coming to actually get my eyebrows done. So I got the email back at like 7 something this morning. And I don't know, I had a very restless night last night. Just couldn't get comfortable. Oh my gosh. And this is the dentist office. Hold on. Okay. So then I got to tell you about the dentist. So I hear back from the artist and she's like, oh no, that's cool. Like, you should be fine if you were using glycolic acid this close to the appointment. And I was just like, caught up on the word should. Should and will are two very different words to me, and I just don't want something to go bad because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. So I was just like, no, I hear you, but I'd just be more comfortable with the reschedule. So I haven't heard back from her. You cannot get over. Stop. I have not heard back from her yet, but there was an appointment somewhere around 2 weeks out or whatever, and I'm like, oh, 2 weeks out, that would be perfect. But again, I haven't heard back from her to confirm like the rescheduling, and I believe I am gonna owe her a like last minute rescheduling fee, which 100% I will fall on the sword for that, because that was my fault. I've had so many things going on and my brain has just been doing the mental gymnastics, the mental aerobics of it all, and plain and simple, I forgot. So that leads me to the dentist. So I have my surgery tomorrow, and while I was working earlier today, I was like, girl, you're supposed to be having this surgery tomorrow? Pharmacy where? You have not heard of people holler about any medications that you need to pick up. So I put in a call for them like, I mean, y'all gonna send something in for your girl or not? And that was the rep calling me back, letting me know that she put something in. But it's like, I don't want to make any excuses for myself. However, I also feel I was very much so caught up in all of the do's and don'ts of this dental surgery that I just completely blanked about what was supposed to be going on with my eyebrows. And also, how psychotic was I even to try and schedule them in the same week? So I think that's that on that. I have my appointment tomorrow for my extraction because your girl got to get an implant. Your girl got to get a whole implant. That was that dental surgery that I was talking about, I don't know, a couple vlogs back or whatever. And like the anxiety of it all. I also don't want to do anything wrong here where I end up with like a dry socket or catch an infection or whatever. So they gave me like, I'll have to show y'all later because I need to do it when I get back home anyways. They gave me this rinse type kit. It's like, is the word homeopathic? Herbs, girl. Herbs. It's like really like a herbal treatment or whatever that I'm supposed to be doing 3 times a day leading up to my appointment. So I've been doing my best to stick with that. And right now I am on my way to campus because my laptop, oh my gosh, my laptop is on the fritz. There are so many other words that I want to use, but this past month in close was excruciating. Talking about I couldn't do half of nothing. So I'm just gonna run up here and talk to the guys in tech and see if they can fix it. This laptop has been acting up for quite a while and I've just been managing, but this last time, baby, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. All right, I think that is all I wanted to get off my chest, like for right now. I'm looking at this clock, realizing that I have a meeting in 45 minutes. And now I'm just like, is 45 minutes enough time for IT to do what they need to do? I need to calm down. Like, I'm just gonna, what's the words? I don't want to rile myself up over every little thing today, even though it feels like all of these things deserve reactions from me. I just don't want to like work myself up into an absolute frenzy over everything. So I'm gonna run in here, get that taken care of, and then after that I do need to stop at the grocery store because for one, I don't have nothing for dinner, and for two, since I'm getting a tooth pulled, I need to make sure that I have some soft foods and things on hand. And I already took a poke around and I do have things for smoothies and I can make some oatmeal, but because I don't know necessarily how much pain I'm gonna be in, or the thought is in my mind, but I literally cannot turn it into words to explain it to you. At the end of all of that, I just feel like I need to have some additional options on hand in case what I think I'm gonna want to consume is not what I want to consume. And I don't want to be holed up in the house not eating because I don't have an appetite for the things that I have, if that even makes sense. Okay, running my mouth again. Girl, we gotta go. Okay, turn of events that I was kind of sort of expecting after my first stop. So I get up here and I go to the area where we typically have tech support, and they're like, no, the support for your group is not here. You need to go over there. So I go over there and nobody knows what I'm talking about. So then I'm just like, okay, where was I the last time that I had to like swap my laptop out? So I go to that floor, absolute ghost town. I was like, okay, so then let me go to the floor where I know my leaders are, and bam, ran into an IT person who then proceeded to tell me, child, girl, there's nothing I could do for you without logs. I mean, like, logs, what is you talking about? I showed him the videos on my phone where I was like, yeah, this is where I was like restarting, and you can see that there's no taskbar. It got set in this restart loop for like 15 minutes. And he was just like, well, for the issues with what's going on with like the server and whatnot, like you need to record timestamps of when it's happening. So now I'm just like, that basically guarantees me to be set up for the same shenanigans as I was last month. And y'all, it was so freaking stressful. So that's where I am. And after doing all that running around to and fro, I'm gonna stay here for my meeting. Like, it's 1:13 right now. I have a meeting at 1:15, and then after that, I'm dipping, okay? I was just gonna take my meeting from the hall, and God bless my colleague who had this here conference room reserved, and his meeting ended early and was just like, you need a place to meet? Yes, I do. So the fact that I am in this room, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, because I was gonna be just out in the hallway talking to Carrie, you know what? So I could go. Back to not getting worked up about things today. I I feel like I'm failing at that. I'm also hungry. Like, I haven't had anything to eat today. Again, like, why do I keep doing this? It's 1:15 right now, which I need to see if this meeting is starting. But the only thing that I had was on my way here, I started eating some little sour straw candy things, but that is not a nutritious meal. So I need to sort that out as well. How are you?
Oh, you know.
Same.
Yes.
Same.
Mood. Big mood right now. What's the
And
name,
it's
honey?
only Tuesday.
I'm telling you.
It's Janetta. It has been a long day. And I'm starting to feel myself putter out. Like I'm coming to the point where it's just like, whatever has not been done, just don't do it. I feel like it's been a few hours. I was in Trader Joe's grabbing some groceries, and I was taking a call at the same time. It wasn't one of those calls where I needed to be acutely aware of what was going on. Like, I literally did not have a speaking part. So I was just listening to what was going on, and then I got a text from the pharmacy that my prescriptions were ready for pickup. And I was just like, you know what, it's not that far out of the way and this meeting is still going on. So I went ahead and I stopped by the pharmacy, and that's where things got a little bit interesting. So 3 prescriptions for me to pick up for this surgery that I have absolutely worked myself up over tomorrow for reasons that are just not unbeknownst to me, but I am a little bit scared because the last time I had what I would consider invasive oral surgery, I had my wisdom teeth out like a gajillion years ago, but it was not a good time, babes. I remember one side, whichever one, I don't know, was impacted, meaning that like the tooth couldn't just be popped out, like they had to slide. Oh my gosh, sorry for being so graphic, but what I'm saying is that the recovery time was awful. The soreness and the pain that came afterwards, like it was just ill. And for whatever reason, my brain is attaching this experience tomorrow to that, even though I know it's not the same thing. My heart rate has just been doing the roller coaster. There was an issue with my prescriptions. They called in 3 of them, and one of them was something very adjacent to something that I'm allergic to. So I was already just like, okay, why would they prescribe me that if they know that I'm allergic to this? So I ended up having to call, and we settled on something that has a 0 chance that it's gonna have an allergic reaction, but I wasn't able to wait around for it. Like I was able to get like 2 out of the 3, which I ended up leaving there because I was just like, I just would rather pick them all up at the same time. But she was like, oh, it's almost ready. And I'm like, baby girl, I have another call that I need to get on after this one, and I have to present. So like, I cannot be here while you guys are filling my prescription. So I came home, took that call. Thankfully, the meeting after that ended up being rescheduled to next week. So the meeting that I was in ended up running over. So everything ended up working out. I went back to the pharmacy. I got my things. Another thing that kind of tricked me out was like, not only do I have 3 different medications that I'm about to be on, they want me to start taking 2 of them the day before. And I'm like, I don't remember having to do this. And that's on top of the little oral rinse thing. I knew that I was going to have to take like the woozy drug, which is the triazolam, the night before, because I vaguely remember that. But I think it's also asking me to go ahead and start my antibiotic today. And I'm just like, think while I make my rice, I'm going to go ahead and take my antibiotic. And then my little woozy pill, I will take after I eat. Because another thing, like another layer, I cannot eat at all tomorrow morning. No light bites, no scoop of oatmeal, no protein shake, no nothing. I'm only allotted a mere sip of water in order to take my other little woozy pill. So I'm definitely trying to calorie load because I don't think I'm going to be thinking about food immediately afterwards, but when I wake up, I really do be hungry sometimes. With all that said, I made another stop to the grocery store because I realized I forgot a few things while I was at Trader Joe's. So This slice of cheesecake is absolutely for tonight. I picked up some Bob Evans mashed potatoes. Honestly, one of the better life hacks because these mashed potatoes are absolutely delicious. I got 3 Powerades, which honestly, electrolytes, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to get some Powerades. And then I also got 2 kinds of applesauce because not that I need to be on the brat diet, but this is definitely part of the brat diet, and I know that I'm not going to have any issues consuming this applesauce. Like, regardless whether or not I consume it within like the next couple of days, I love me some applesauce. Anyway, I'm just babbling my mouth, probably because I'm just kind of like jittery and nervous, but I need to feed myself. Once again, adding to the distress of the day, I went through all of my skincare to figure out what I can and cannot use. And I say all of my skincare like I have a whole bunch, but my routine is not even that like extensive. I can still use my face wash, which is the CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser. This one right here is still good. I cannot use my toner because this has glycolic acid in it. I also cannot use my Epiduo Forte, which is news to me. Apparently, adapalene is a form of retinol. I don't know why I didn't know that, but I did not. So not only did I violate my pre-care by using the glycolic acid, I had no idea that I've been using retinol this whole time. I can use my discoloration correcting serum still. I can use my eye gel still. And then I can use my other topical from my dermatologist, which is like clindamycin. Considering that your girl be coming down with hormonal acne, I am hoping that the 2 weeks off of my holy grails specifically is not gonna do me in. And to counteract that, I think I'm just gonna try and mask a little bit more often to kind of dry out anything that wants to pop up. Case in point, this little fun guy right here popped up like maybe 2 days ago, and I don't want to fester with it because I don't want it to turn into something big, but I also want to dry it out. Yeah, oh my gosh. I'm trying to calm myself down by just yapping, and I don't know if that's annoying to you. But I'm just trying to make myself feel better. So just took a shower. I washed my braids, which RIP to that picture and or footage I was supposed to get before my hair got tore up. It is what it is, fam. Washed it, put a little bit of leave-in in it, washed my face. Now I need to treat my face and then go enjoy something to eat in case I do not come back tonight, because I kind of feel like I just need to sit down somewhere, pick up a book, and just chill. This is the rinse situation that I was talking about. I kept the box especially for you. It's called Stella Life, and it's a Vega Oral Care Recovery Kit. I am supposed to rinse with 10 mils 3 times a day, followed by 4 sprays under my tongue 3 times a day, followed by applying this gel at the gum line of where the extraction is supposed to take place. I did a little brief Googling, and people are saying like it is just like a bunch of herbs, but like it couldn't hurt to use. And I actually found some pretty good reviews on it. Did I read them in detail? No, baby. I was just looking at whether or not they gave it 5 stars. And lots of people did. So I'm gonna continue using this. I did have to pay $99 for this though. And it's $99 that insurance did not cover. So I am about to use all of this. I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you. That's what I'm doing for pre-op. I did take my antibiotics. I read the instructions for the woozy drug because I can't remember the name of it. And it says to take it roughly like 1 hour before bedtime. So I was thinking I was gonna take it after I eat, but it's only 7:15 right now. So I'm gonna do my best to like stay up later so that the effect can be still affecting when I take the second one, because all of this stuff just has me terrified now. I am terrified. Even more so, I have to take out my jewelry. Like, I just feel like I'm gonna be in there with a full-blown cap and gown the way that they're going about this. I'm gonna leave my little Huggies in because quite honestly, I feel like they're permanent. I have never been able to successfully remove either of the three of my Huggies. I just be trying my best to clean them while they're in my ears. So maybe they'll just apply like some surgical tape over them or whatever. I don't feel like it's a big deal that I have my earrings in, but I have like this little stretchy stuff that I might try to use, or really just walk up in there and leave it to them. They're the professionals. If they want to cover it, they'll cover it. If they don't really care that much and just set it to freak me out further, then that's on them. I really think I'm tweaking and just need to go sit down somewhere, because did I actually just heat up some leftover white rice when I literally just made fried rice? Yes, I did. And I'm gonna eat my white rice. Wow, that's wild. If you do have a Trader Joe's near you, 10 out of 10 recommend you pull up and get you some of this mandarin orange chicken. It is really good. And also what I like about it, I really am hungry. Another thing that I like about it, outside of the fact that it's good, is you don't have to cook the whole bag at one time. Like the first time that I tried it, I only air fried a few pieces, not a few pieces, like enough for a serving. A little sriracha, and then left the rest in the freezer. Totally fine, because it comes with two, what do you call it? 2 seasoning packets. I'm looking for my sesame seeds. And I'm trying to remember where I put them. I feel like I would have put them up here. But they're not jumping out at me. Oh, bro, this is ghetto. Because I don't see a trace of them up here. That's weird. Okay, well, that's it. That's dinner, girl. That's it. This will probably be the last that you see of me tonight. I'm gonna do my little ritual here, go back to reading my book, and like I said, I'm trying to stay up until 10 o'clock so I can take that pill and then maybe fall asleep like 10:30, 10:45, however long it takes for it to kick in. And then my appointment is at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow. And I need to take the other one an hour before. So I need to be up at least like 6:20, enough time to brush my teeth and do another rinse before I pop that pill and then, you know, allot myself a sip of water. I'm just gonna also be trying to hydrate to the heavens tonight, because since I can't have anything to drink tomorrow beforehand, and I'm 100% positive I'm not gonna be trying to drink no water afterwards, like I'm gonna be out of it, I don't wanna compile anything that may happen or will be happening with being dehydrated. So Operation Hydrate is in full effect. I have my water bottle by my bed. I have my book by my bed. I'm gonna do this, stay up, take my pill, and maybe I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm saying maybe because 100% I don't know how this is gonna go. So if I don't come back until like a day or two after that, sorrows and prayers. Prayers and sorrows. I've had the worst headache all night. I did take some Tylenol because I think they said that was the only thing that I could take. Excedrin was an absolute no because of the caffeine. But I gotta leave in a few minutes. And I'm going to make the call and take one of these gigantic ibuprofens and chase it with that last woozy pill, because I definitely forgot to take it right when I woke up. Ew. All right, wish me luck.
Just label it. I don't think it's gonna need way more than one of these, but. I'm back and I am totally fine. Today is the day after surgery,
And I don't know, like I feel like I have like the tiniest bit of swelling on this side, which by the way, I'm remembering now, I don't even think that I told y'all which tooth was coming out, and it was a molar on the back on this side. As I'm talking, I'm also feeling the sutures that are in here, and it's just doing something to my mind and my stomach at the same time. But yeah, I'm totally fine. I completely psyched myself out yesterday. I feel like the psyching out should have been reserved for the next appointment because this is just the extraction, okay? We haven't even gotten into the nitty-gritty of the actual implant yet. I'm sitting here with a slight giggle because ask me what happened for like half of yesterday, not the slightest idea. I have this very like specific moment burned into my brain, which is absolutely going to be a core memory now. So we get there and I'm like sitting in the waiting room twiddling my thumbs like, dang, I kind of hope that they forget that I'm sitting out here. And they messed around and called my name. So I got walked to the back, 2 black queens ready for morning service, okay? They were talking to me about what was about to go down, which even now those details are kind of fuzzy. But I do remember a couple specific moments, right, that are like ingrained in my brain now. So I'm talking to one of the ladies. I literally cannot remember her name to save my life. But she's kind of giving me the rundown about what's gonna happen. And like right now, I cannot remember what she said. But I knew that they were supposed to be taking my blood. And I knew that I was supposed to be getting put under. How that stuff was actually gonna occur, no idea. She puts the cuff on me and then she puts the little thing on my finger to take, to like measure my blood pressure, chow, through the roof. Because I'm sitting in that chair, breathing so hard. Like I'm trying to breathe through my nose to calm myself down, but yet and still that blood pressure is just like, baby, we going all the way up. She's like, Miss Girl, I need you to calm down, okay? Because we can't start until you calm down. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying. So I close my eyes and I'm like doing my little breaths or whatever. And she puts the little, I don't know, it's like a little rubber band thing, you know, when they're about to take some blood. She puts it on my arm and I'm just like wincing because it's like really, really tight. And baby, I got good veins. Ain't no reason why it needed to be that tight. So she readjusts it. And then out of nowhere, I start crying. Like, not like loudly sobbing, but like just tears running down, like, don't go chasing waterfalls tears. And she's like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. And I'm just crying because I don't do well with needles. And although I wasn't looking directly at the needle when she stuck it in my arm, just knowing what was coming and then feeling the prick, and then I glanced over there and I saw that the vial was filling with blood, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm gonna die right here. The tears did not last for very long. I'm bumping my gums, but I came in here because I need to do my gel and my spray. But that was very short-lived. After I think they filled up 2 vials. What happened with that blood, girl? I don't know. I don't know where it went. I know it's supposed to be part of this procedure some way, somehow, but like I never saw it again. And then the very next memory that I have in my brain is the doctor, my dentist, rolls up and he makes a comment about, are you feeling all right from the meds this morning? And he's talking about the little woozy pill that I took before I got there. I don't know what I said, but after that, it's black. It's black. I just see his hand reaching for some machine and I see the thing dripping. I don't remember a freaking thing after that. Like when I tell you out of body experience, next thing I know, I woke up. And even my memory after waking up is super just foggy. Like it's giving like crumbs here, crumbs there. And late last night, maybe like at 7 o'clock or something, I was sitting there and I was like, I feel like somebody told me to do something, because I was asking my mans, like, what did they tell you when I left? And he was like, they didn't tell me anything. And I'm just like, for one, that just seems so weird. Like usually they give some kind of instruction. He already knew like the kind of meds that I was supposed to be on like afterwards and how often I was supposed to take it. But I was like, I'm hearing a voice talking to me. And I'm like, maybe I wrote something down in my phone. I am going to insert the footage here.
In the kit, you want to start using this 5 times today. Put it right in there.
Is it?
I'm sorry?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The girl was down bad. So like last night I'm scrambling like, oh my gosh, she told me to use this like 5 times. So honestly, truthfully, I was only able to use the gel 2 times before I ended up going to bed last night. But like I said, like the pain wasn't bad. It was just going like in and out of consciousness when I got home. I'm also gonna mention here, like I have no idea what made me turn my camera on at that moment. I don't know if it was just like my subconscious, like this lady is talking to you and you know that you're not going to remember a freaking thing that she said, so best to get it on audio somehow. Or if like, was it just out of habit? Like I have no clue, but I am very thankful that I did, because if I would not have turned it on, I wouldn't have known anything about the don't use the rinse, use the gel 5 times, like nothing, because apparently that didn't get repeated to my caregiver. Like, make it make sense. I don't know if it's the Z-Pack, but I had a headache from the day before yesterday after I had taken those antibiotics up until like all through the day and all through the night last night. So I didn't sleep very well at all. I went ahead and popped a pill. I'm feeling so much better now. The only other thing that's going on right now is I started my period yesterday. But to be on my period and also with this going on is not the end of the world, because again, I'm really not in very much pain at all. The only thing that's irking me about this right now is the fact that I can feel the sutures on my tongue when I'm talking, and also even with my mouth closed, I can feel my tongue like trying to fill the void, and I'm just like, this is gross. Like, can we just get to the part where all of this is over and everything is back to normal? But with all that being said, I've just been hanging around this morning. It's 11:30. I've been up for a few hours, especially since I took that Excedrin. My hunch is that it's the antibiotic that's giving me a headache. But again, because I'm on my period, it could just be period headaches too, so I don't know. But now I feel like I want to get up and just move about the cabin a little bit. So I'm going to brush my teeth, use my gel and my spray, and then decide what I'm going to eat for breakfast, which honestly, I think is just going to be applesauce, mashed potatoes, and chicken, because that's what I had last night for dinner. And that's kind of what I feel like eating now. I'm actually really, really ravenous. Like, I woke up feeling like I haven't eaten anything in 3 days. This Turbinado. Oh my gosh, also, I don't know if I've ever asked y'all before, but let me know, did y'all grow up on cream of wheat or grits? Because I feel like in the earlier years of my life, I was definitely a cream of wheat baby and a cream of wheat child that morphed into an oatmeal baby and an oatmeal child. And I don't feel like grits were introduced to me until, I don't know, maybe like I was 5 or something. I could be making this all up, but I feel like I have way more memories of me asking my parents to make me like cream of wheat or like my mom's almond oatmeal than I do of having them make grits. And even as an adult, like, I love grits down as an adult, but also I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to eat cream of wheat. It's really good. Now this would really go off with some sausage crumbles, but the thought didn't hit me until just now. And honestly, if I have to wait another minute to eat, I'm gonna faint. It's good. Word on the street, they got the shake. Look at that. Oh, we finna pull up. I'm so excited about this. My friend called me and was like, girl, get over there. Oh, the poor baby's allergic to bananas. Oh. Well, for her, I hope they come out with like a peach cobbler or something, like a real peach cobbler or something. Perfect. Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoy the shake.
Me too.
It is so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, thank you. You too. I almost want to pull over. The way they hyping up this shake, baby. Okay, let me see. I ain't trying to cause no accident. Hold on. I'm not here to chat about much. I just turned the camera on because I done picked up my banana pudding milkshake. I also caught green lights all the way home, so I haven't gotten a chance to try this yet. The fries are gone. Those got gone really quickly. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what? I don't think I'm actually supposed to be drinking out of a straw yet. So let me grab a spoon. Okay. This is definitely giving banana pudding. I'm not really getting anything artificial. And it also has little pieces. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you without making a mess. Oh, look at the side of the cup. See those little pieces right there? Those are tiny little pieces of Nilla wafer. This is good, y'all. This is very good. Probably better enjoyed with the straw, to be honest, because it's not chunky. Like, it's definitely more of a milkshake. But I had heard they were selling banana pudding as like a dessert side for a while, but it was only select locations. And I could not get to one. Every time I was calling around, baby, we're sold out. So I guess they went back to the drawing board and decided to turn it into a milkshake. The hype is definitely worth it because I like this better than the peach. It's really, really sweet though. So like a small will suffice. Okay, anyway, I'm bumping my gums. I need to go back to work and drink some water and also not be talking so much. So I'll see you later.